welcome to my study project 3. I was intrigued to sort of look into how to implement creative approaches in the Danish folkeskole, and therefore I've chosen a very creative method in this task that my study project 3 is based on. In furtherance of this, I was also interested in how to maintain a child or pupil's motivation in order actually to keep them talking in their language too. So this is why I've chosen the task that I've chosen. This is taken from a teaching sequence on cultural identity and creative thinking in general. Here in the picture is that a regular teaching sequence could be placed in such a model where you have an introduction, a main task 2, which will then turn into a project and then into a presentation and an evaluation. My thought was this was meant to be as the one focusing on the language practice, thereof task number 2, because then you get to practice your output and the interaction, which means, practicing on the language. Of the video clip, you see a picture taking up a pile of postcards that I've collected from cafes all over Copenhagen. In another given situation with a 6th grader whom I would choose to make this task with, I would choose other postcards. For instance, postcards with family, sports, other sort of hobbies, friends, arts, whatever this class could recognize themselves in. Because the task itself is that they have to draw a card individually in which it says something about themselves. Because followed by this, they have to sit down for 10 minutes and write about the card. So there they get the chance to sort of evaluate the card with themselves so they can follow it. By this, in pairs, explain to one another what it means. This is also to sort of include the ones that are not necessarily strong in their oral presentation. So they get the 10 minutes to sort of prep themselves for the main task, which is for them to sit in pairs and explain and thereby create output and interaction. By my focus point have been in this study project to sort of focus on the motivation, to sort of talk to their own identity by letting them talk from what they know of. This is of course to create an output and also an interaction. This is something that a lot of theory talks about and refers to, and this is something that I will talk more about in my later written part of the study project. This is Clara Abrahamsen, Blågård Teaching Seminary.